With the Caney High School band, followed by the legendary Conroe Tire Band.
Imagine you or him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep. Personalized orthopedics to keep you going. And a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments. All in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Our orthopedic care is shaped around you. And you. and you. Because customizing treatments and using breakthrough techniques is how your comeback starts. Like 3D printing for ultra-precise joint replacements and providing the same specialty care as we do for the Houston Rockets. So you return sooner, stronger, better. This is orthopedic care designed for you. Memorial Hermann, advancing health, personalizing care.
Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County, we're always close by to help you with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank. We're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Moorhead Stadium on this Friday night for a District 13 6A encounter between the Conroe Tigers, your home team, and the visiting New Caney Eagles. New Caney coming in 0-2 on the season. They were actually off last week, so this is their first game in district, whereas Conroe opened district play down the road against College Park last week with a 35-0 loss, so your Tigers will be coming out here tonight looking to get on the board here in district play. It's homecoming night here at Moorhead, and the teams will be taking the field here momentarily, and we will be ready to start tonight's football game a little over 6 minutes. Thank you all for joining us on this Conroe ISD Athletics stream. We hope you will hang out with us all evening here. Enjoy this great football we'll have on display for you. Very important game for both of these teams, as I mentioned a moment ago, with New Caney playing their first district game, looking to get on the board, and the home team, Conroe Tigers, looking to get their first district win after playing a very difficult College Park team to open the season. So we will have that coming up for you momentarily. My name is Jeremy McGrail, and I'll be taking you through tonight's play-by-play. Be your eyes up here in the booth, or if you're watching this after the fact, welcome. And I think we'll have a really good football game here tonight between these two, and looking forward to getting started here when the teams take the field in a minute. The teams are making their way out onto the field here. Now Conroe Tigers running out through the smoke. New Caney on their side as well. Here are the hometown Tigers running out. Going to have us a really fun homecoming evening here. Trench Kings flag flying as your Tigers take the field. Got a full home side of the stadium here tonight, filling in nicely as traffic works its way in here. Plenty going on around the campus with homecoming. The visiting New Caney Eagles making the trip over. As I mentioned, New Caney was actually off last week, so they're starting their 13-6A district slate here tonight at Moorhead, and they're running out now. The Conroe High Tigers looking to get their first win after dropping district opener last week against a very strong College Park team, so plenty of motivation for both of these teams here tonight to get their first win in district, as we'll line up for the national anthems here in a few seconds and then come back to you with the opening kickoff after that.
freedom at home and abroad. This evening, the colors are presented by representatives of the Conroe High School Tiger Academy Junior ROTC. They consist of left guard, Cadet First Lieutenant Smith, Texas Flag, Cadet First Lieutenant Reeves, American Flag, Cadet First Sergeant Killian, and right guard, Cadet First Sergeant Sonny Coates. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by the Flyers from Conroe High School. Please join me in standing until the colors have exited the field. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see why the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red almost bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And for anyone just joining us on the stream, welcome to Moorhead Stadium for tonight's 13-6A district encounter between the Conroe Tigers and the New Caney Eagles. Of course, your Tigers here at home looking for their first district win of the season here tonight, dressed in their black uniforms, white pants, and white helmets. And New Caney on the visitor side, all white tonight, rocking the Stormtrooper uniform. And with that, we are ready to put the ball down and kick it off. It is football time in Conroe, Texas here tonight as the captains make their way to midfield, and we'll find out where the ball is going to start tonight. District 13-6A is already shaping up to be extremely competitive in the race for the 4 playoff positions this season, so every single one of these games is critical to the teams involved because you don't want to be on the wrong end of any potential tie breaks down the road or having to chase too much as the year goes on. Didn't take us long to get in the thick of it. Just a couple of non-district games, and we are right into the meat of the schedule as of last week for Conroe. Of course, New Caney, their very first district game here tonight in the season. They were off last week, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare. So the Tigers have won the toss and have elected to start on offense and receive. And we have to remember just a few years ago, it was New Caney atop of this district, surprising everyone after they had just moved up from the 5A ranks to 6A and immediately putting a couple of very good teams on the field over a couple of years when they were able to take the district crown. And the last couple of years, it's been Willis to take down the district. This season, we will see if it is yet another team that steps up to take that crown. So I think it's going to be very entertaining. With Willis as the defending champion, of course, they're going to do everything they can to try and defend that title. But I think you've got a really big chasing pack of hungry football programs this season, and the Conroe High Tigers are among that group. New Caney among the group as well, that's going to try and fight for a playoff spot here in 13-6A. So New Caney is going to put the ball down. Our kicker for New Caney is number 49, Joel Rodriguez, a senior, setting up for a pooch kick here. Conroe need to be alive to the onside threat. He does pooch it. It's going to go to an up back and be fielded with a chance to return. Number return man is chopped down there. Good kick coverage by the Eagles. So that's where possession will start for Conroe. That was Xavier Harmon, the up back, who caught that senior defensive back for the Tigers, one of the leaders on this team. So here we go with the Tiger offense, led by number 12, junior Cameron Nunley. He's going to come out with a 4-receiver shotgun formation on first down. Like 3 down linemen for New Caney. Going to start with a run around the right side, or pretty much up the middle. Not going to gain any yardage. No gain. Bring up 2nd and 9. Conroe is going to stay in this 4 wide receiver package. It's Nunley. Quick throw, bubble screen out to the left, hitch route, caught. Be close to the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Should be right on the stick. And it will move the chains. First down, Conroe. Trying to use some tempo here now. It's another run. This one's going to pick up 6 yards. Good movement by Conroe there, generated a push. Bring up 2nd and short. 2nd and 3 should be 7-yard gain. Tigers going to regroup slightly, going to stay with the 4-receiver package. So Nunley going to run it up the middle. That's going to pick up, or be close to a first down. Maybe just coming in a yard short. Bring up 3rd and 1.
Officials timeout.
Take a brief timeout as a New Caney player receives attention on the field again. Thank you to all of our viewers for joining us on this Conroe ISD live stream. Appreciate having you with us here tonight under the Friday night lights at Moorhead. Is the hometown Tigers are enjoying their homecoming game here tonight with all the festivities that come along with that. Feels like we just started the season yesterday, and now we're already into the thick of district play and homecoming games, so it happens quick once we get started. Coach Hardiman and his Conroe High Tigers have big plans this season, given the success that they've enjoyed in recent years as one of the best runs actually in the history of the Conroe High School football program over its long history. Even Coach Hardiman was surprised to be notified of that before this season and was very fired up. He's not a guy that needs a lot of motivation, but when he heard that, he got really excited in terms of what this year's team has a chance to do to put this class, the senior class, Conroe High Tigers, among the very best to ever come through the campus. Resuming play shortly as a couple of players received attention. Good to see people walking off under their own power. Be 3rd and 1 for Conroe when we resume play, and the Tiger offense coming back out now. So Nunley's going to have 4 wide receivers in his formation. See if they go back to the run. Some movement. Now flag comes down.
False offense.
It's going to go
Number
against
8,
the Tigers for
5
drawing
yards.
the Eagles offside.
Third down.
Back it up 5 yards. So go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7. Maybe a long 6, they're calling it on the scoreboard. So that changes your play call, most likely. Here's Nunley back to pass. Going down the left sideline, one-on-one coverage. Receiver lays out a really good effort there at the end of that to try and get there, but it was a tough ball to catch. Would have been an incredible grab. That was Elijah Harris, the intended receiver, a senior. Had the coverage they wanted there. You're always looking for the one-on-one, and with as good of an athlete as Harris is, you'll take your chances on that one, and they nearly hooked up for it. But nevertheless, bring on the punting team on this 4th down and 6. Snap. The kick is up, nearly blocked. That was close. Can take a favorable bounce for Conroe. Now they got to down it. It was only favorable for a second. And so now we will get our first look at the New Caney offense as they're about to take the field. I noticed on their roster their quarterbacks are a sophomore, and then they also have a freshman suited out. So we'll see who is going to take the first snap here. Looks like the sophomore, number 17, Marquise Smith, is going to get us going tonight. Shotgun 4 receiver set for the Eagles. Going to pull it on the fake, try and throw a slant, overthrown. Intended receiver was number 11, Shepard Groan, senior tight end, working out of the slot. So Smith calling in the play. They're going to line back up 3-by-1 shotgun, 4 receivers. Right in the handoff to the running back, but the Conroe High defense alive to the challenge. They're going to stack that up after just a couple of yards. Bring up 3rd and 8. So first opportunity for the Tiger defense to get themselves off the field and answer with a stop of their own as they attempt to pump up the crowd, get them into the game. Number 1, senior DB James Kozlowski trying to get the crowd into it. 3 receivers set with an H-back here for New Caney. Back to pass, looking to the right side. Quarterback and receiver not on the same page. Quarterback was throwing an out route, and the receiver was running straight down the sideline. I believe the receiver was supposed to break that off about a yard or so past the first down marker, but had a different plan there. So the Eagle punt team will now come on. And Elijah Harris back to receive for Conroe. Snap is back, punt away, end over end. Gonna bounce, gonna take a Conroe bounce, so New Caney's gonna down it at the 42. This would be some favorable field position for Conroe's number 8, Asher Price, a junior who downed that ball for New Caney. So junior Cameron Nunley and the Conroe offense back out onto the field, try and get a little bit more going on this drive. Score the first points of the evening. 3-by-1 shotgun, 4 receiver set, as Conroe often likes to use. So here's Nunley, gonna hand it. Gonna gain a couple of yards, not a ton of room there around that left side. In at running back for Conroe there on the carry, Alex Myers, a senior. So to the tune of 2 to 3 running backs that Conroe High rotates into the game. Back to pass Nunley. Has a man open. It is caught. Number 3, Braylon Mills. They're marking him close to the first down, and they're going to move the chains. 1st and 10 Tigers, just as they did on their first possession. They got a first down and then stalled out on the plus side of the 50 now. 3-by-1 gun for Nunley. Hand it up the middle to Myers. Going to push ahead for a 5-yard gain. Good push. A 6-yard gain, actually. Myers does a good job of running hard. He's kind of a no-frills runner. He can get downhill. 3-by-1 gun, Nunley. Back to pass. Looking deep. Tried to throw it, but he was hit as he threw it. They're going to signal this is a fumble. New Caney's got the ball at the 50. Nunley was loaded up trying to throw that, but the pressure came from behind, knocked the football loose. So we're going to have our first turnover of the evening. And sudden change, such a huge part of football. It's difficult to simulate the impact of a sudden change in practice. So you do your best to train the mentality of your players to be able to respond in moments like this. So Tiger defense on the field, backs against the wall as the Eagles offense back out onto the field as Smith pulls it, tries the right side, going to pick up a few before he is chopped down by a few Tiger defenders. And Smith, a sophomore quarterback for New Caney. New Caney dropped its first 2 games of the year. They last played Cy Ranch, and that was a 62-7 defeat at the hands of a strong Cy Ranch team. They had a closer game against Barbers Hill, 24-14 loss in their first game of the year. Smith back pass. Finds a receiver on the sideline, immediately dumped out of bounds by the Conroe High defense. Set up 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Conroe started the season 2-0 with wins over Elsick and Hastings. 2 easy wins, and then played what's looking like a really formidable College Park team last week, and we're on the wrong end of a 35-0 result. Trying to right the ship here tonight and get that first win in district. 3-by-1 gun for New Caney. Smith trying to throw a corner out, has one-on-one coverage. The receiver and DB were tied up, but not enough there for an interference call either way. And a ball incomplete, but most likely 4-down territory here. Nope, they're actually going to kick it, or at least pretend like they are. See if they really do, or if they have some shenanigans in order. On the 42 of Conroe, so they're going to try and pin the Tigers. Good looking punt. It's going to hit pitching wedge style and be downed about the 14-yard line, so it's a good job by the Eagles punter. So by far the worst field position of the night for the Conroe offense, to be their 3rd possession of the first quarter. 6:46 on our clock. So teams trading punts and turnovers so far. Conroe fumbling on their last possession as Nunley was hit attempting to make a deep throw, but couldn't get his arm forward enough before the ball came out. 3-by-1 gun. Right in on the handoff. Looks like Myers back in the game. Some Eagles helmet flies off there where the first contact was made. Myers going to sub out number 22, Shane Patterson. Another senior running back is going to sub in. 2nd and 9. So give Myers a yard on that carry. Four receivers, 3-by-1 gun. They're going to motion out empty now. Pump fake, the flat, now throw a deep play up the corner, has a catch, stays in bound. Great job, first down, number 3, Braylon Mills. And that's the strength of this Tigers offense, the big play threat that these receivers pose. Now Conroe going to move fast. Go in with the handoff to Patterson. Pick up a couple. It was a nice pump fake by Nunley on that completed pass a moment ago. Pumped to the flat, then went down the sideline. Nunley going to throw out the quick slant, going to pick up the first down. And that's Elijah Harris on the reception. Chains a move. It's third first down of the evening for Conroe High on the 38 of New Caney. As Tigers look to the sideline for the play, got all kinds of signals coming in. 2-by-2 gun. Motion into the backfield, jet sweep. Gonna pick up a yard, but not break loose. That was Mills on that carry. Made the big catch a few seconds ago. Good idea, though. Those are plays that force the defense to run the width of the field, in addition to the pressure that the Tigers put on their opponents by attacking vertically. 2-by-2 gun for Nunley on 2nd and 8. Jet sweep again, same play, back to Mills. About the same result, going to pick up a few yards. Bring up 3rd and medium, about 3rd and 5. 4:22 and counting on the first quarter clock tonight, 0-0 on the scoreboard. Tigers trying to knock on the door here, get the first points of the evening as the sun sets here at Moorhead. High snap, Nunley does a good job to bring it under control now. He's just got to get what he can and get down. Takes a shot at the end of that. Helmet flies off. We're signaling 4th down, no flag on the field for that contact. Got 4:03 on the clock. The Tigers are going to take a timeout to discuss what play they'll run here. It's clearly 4-down territory. Too far to kick the field goal, too close to punt, perhaps. Be a really big sense of urgency on the part of Conroe tonight. Get in the winning column, as I was mentioning a little bit earlier on. It's like you do not want to be behind the 8 ball early on in district play and have to play the game of catch up with the rest of the field. And then hope tiebreakers will fall your way. It's like you got to seize control of your destiny as quickly as you can. So 4th down. Here's Nunley, 4 receivers, back to pass. Heavy pressure, hits the flat route, but New Caney, good job making the first man miss. It's a great effort by the receiver. New Caney appeared to have it stacked up, but it was a great effort by the receiver. Going to come up just shy, however, and turn the football back over to the Eagles. So still scoreless here this evening. Points proving tough to come by for both offenses here in the early going. So New Caney is going to have a different QB on the field. I believe this is the freshman I was telling you about, Peyton Lopez, number 39. Gotta love a QB wearing 39. He's going to ride in the fake, try and keep. Going to lose yardage as the Tiger defense was all over that. It's number 10, Denzel Haynes. It's the last one getting up off the bottom of that pile. Saw Lopez warming up with Smith before the game. He's going to go 4 wide, throws a good ball, so we'll see if they give him a pass here. Back to pass, throws a flat route. Complete to number 20, Johnny Gomez, a junior. Pick up a couple. Conroe High defense led by the likes of number 24, Xavier Harmon, and number 4, CJ Mooring. James Kozlowski, number 1 at corner, having to keep their team in it here early while the offense gets up to speed. Back to pass now. Going to throw a screen underneath mid-screen. Running back has it and is loose across the 50 into Conroe territory. Goes Johnny Gomez. It's a nice kind of middle screen set up by the quarterback Lopez. Three receivers set with a tight end for the Eagles. They try and go to the running game, but the entire Conroe High defense was able to penetrate the line there. It's a loss of 4. So Lopez gets his next play. Got a 3-receiver bunch formation to the right. They're going to empty out the backfield, motioning out the running back. Heavy pressure applied once again. They're going to mark him down. Bring up about a 3rd down and New Caney to go here. That was number 0, Alex Coy, getting off the quarterback there with the sack. Junior. 2x2 gun here. Hard count by Lopez. Looks back to the sideline now. If they play it safe or try and take a shot, going to let the play clock run all the way down. And call a timeout.
First charge timeout.
Probably going to reinforce being safe with this play here in the huddle. Make sure they don't get a turnover. Last couple of plays, the Tiger defense has just run right through the New Caney line. And New Caney sensed in this drive what was going on, and that's why they called a couple of those screens to try and offset that pressure. And it worked because it got them onto the plus side of the 50. But since the last big play, the Tigers have just been all over them in the backfield. Hope everyone on this stream having a great night here with us. Under the Friday Night Lights, hit that like button on the stream, subscribe to the channel. For Conroe ISD Athletics, follow both channels for Moorhead Stadium and Woodforest. Follow all along with Conroe ISD and 13-6A action 2x2 gun, New Caney. Quarterback's just going to run it. Showing some pretty good foot speed around that right side before he gets chopped down there after a gain of 4 or so yards. Bring up a 4th and a long way to go. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. Still no score here tonight. So Elijah Harris, your deep man, back to try and field this punt. High kick into ring and take a very favorable bounce for New Caney. Go inside the 20 and then die right there at the 19. So once again, not great field position for this Tigers offense. The way they hit big plays, field position can kind of be irrelevant for this group because they pick up chunk plays. As Nunley comes back out with his Tigers. Got Alex Myers back in the game at tailback, number 20. 4 receiver, 3x1 shotgun. Myers right down Main Street, going to pick up 3 yards. First quarter clock has just run out, so we're going to switch ends of the field now. Come back to you for the second quarter once the players make the little jog down to the other end. When they flip ends, Tigers will be moving away from the campus towards the scoreboard side. War of attrition so far this evening here at Moorhead, a homecoming night for your Tigers, so encourage you to hang around at halftime and watch the festivities unfold. Of course, after the game, there will be a performance on the field. So 4 receiver, 3x1 set, 2nd and 6. Going to ride in the handoff to Myers. New Caney defense is going to stack that up. No gain. Bring up 3rd and 6. The freshman quarterback that New Caney's had in the game. Conroe High has their own freshman starting. Tate Rosso, freshman offensive lineman, number 74. So on 3rd down, 3x1 gun with the motion. Back to pass, Nunley looking to the right side screen. Myers, nice move inside, has the first down and more. He's going to rumble all the way out to the 38-yard line. Nice cut to the inside there to get the first down yardage he needed. Great vision. Chains move. I think that's about 5 first downs, I want to say, for the Tigers now on the night that I've counted. 3x1 gun. Nunley's trying to keep the tempo up. Back to pass. Sheds some early pressure. Now he's got a flush left and he's going to get dumped for a sack at the 30. Just too much pressure. Couldn't get away from the Eagles' defense. Defense was the main feature, although they had a great offense too those 2 years when New Caney won the district title. Had some excellent playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, but it was the defense that carried them to that title. Second and 18 for Conroe. Motion across. 4 receiver set. Back to pass Nunley. Middle screen to Myers. He catches it And he's going to be free around the right side. First down and a lot more. He's off to the races. 40. Still on his feet at the 30. He's got one man left to beat. Steps through. He's going to go all the way. 5. Touchdown. Alex Myers, have yourself a day, young man. 2 excellent plays. And what a touchdown catch and run. That's how you get on the scoreboard. With 10:04 on the clock in the second quarter, Tigers take a 6-0 lead. That'll inject some life into the building. Off for the extra point, number 49, Nolan Bradbury, senior. Snap is there, kick down and up and good. 7-0 Tigers. Finding the sledding very difficult thus far on offense. Hadn't been able to hit a really big play until that moment right there. Alex Myers on a very well executed middle screen. Showing impressive balance throughout that catch and run. So Bradbury's got the ball down, ready to send this one back to New Caney, his first kickoff of the night. Ball will be fielded and attempted to return by New Caney. Ball is out. Let's see who gets on it. Ball still loose. New Caney has fallen back on it. It was very close to Conroe recovering possession. I think the first jersey to fall on it was a black Tigers jersey, but then it squirted loose, once again allowing the Eagles to retain possession. That would have been a huge momentum shift. Fine margins. Tiger defense has been very well locked in so far this evening, pitching a shutout. Going to want to keep it that way. It's Lopez back in at quarterback, the freshman. 3-receiver set. Going to fake the handoff. Now try and keep on the zone read. He's around the left side. He's got kind of some slippery speed to him. You've got to really get him down, which the Tigers manage there after a yard. A 3-receiver shotgun for New Caney. That looking for an out route that's going to be complete to the receiver number 14. Be a first down gain. DJ Banks Jr. with that catch, ran a good route and was wide open. So I was telling you a couple moments ago, Lopez can spin a really good football. Got to honor the threat he poses with his arm. 3-by-1 gun. It's an errant snap. There's a sweep. Just taken around the right side by Lopez. Gets a good gain out of it. Not sure if that was by design or just an example of a play where you just kind of get what you can. The snap went wide to Lopez's right, so he kind of caught it going to the right side on the run almost. But it worked out to be an effective sweep play for 7 yards, 2nd and 3. Flanking him in the backfield, Cameron Clay, a sophomore. So quite a bit of youngsters on this Eagles team. Back to pass. Going to roll to the left. Now find his running back, but going to fall incomplete. Ball went a bit low. Bring up 3rd and 3. 7:49 on our clock until half. The Tigers won the opening toss and elected to receive. So New Caney will get the ball to start the 3rd in a little while. So Lopez calling the play, getting his formation set, trips, 3 receivers to one side with the tight end. Back to pass. He's going to roll right, but he's got no one over there and takes a big shot as he's getting rid of the ball. Number 7 for the Tigers, Caden Williams, a senior, made his presence felt there in the backfield. Forcing a 4th down and the punt team to come back on the field for New Caney. Snap back, good high punt. Not going to be returnable. It's going to take a favorable New Caney bounce to see if they can get on it. They're going to down it at the 1. Excellent punt and a successful downing of the punt to pin the Tigers very deep in their own territory. 7:33 on the clock until half. Tiger offense going to have to work hard here to make a little room. New Caney defense has done a pretty good job for the most part tonight, stacking things up at the line of scrimmage. Kind of formation we're looking at here. We've got 4 receivers, kind of a tighter formation. So let's see if Conroe can get out of trouble here. Now he's going to pass. Quick out route complete. Elijah Harris, nice design on that. Thrown to the near sideline. It's going to move the chains. Perfect play to get out of the trouble there. 3-by-1 gun for Nunley. Going to move quick. 1st and 10. Run. And that is number 22, Shane Patterson, back in the game. Tends to rotate each series just about with Alex Myers. The fake in hits Harris on the quick slant, gets another 1st down. Upended there about the 28-yard line. Going to move the chains. Well executed pass by Nunley. Threw his 4-seam fastball into Harris on that slant. Going to keep it now. Nunley around the right side. He's got space. Going to fall forward. He has another 1st down. Good keep. So great looking drive for the Tiger offense so far. Plenty of time on the clock. 3-by-1 gun. New Caney bringing some pressure. Nunley back to pass. He's going to be flushed left. Just has to throw the ball away. No receivers out where he had to scramble. Snap was kind of looped back to him a little bit there. I'm going to quicken those up. 3-by-1 gun for Nunley. 2nd and 10. He's back to pass, looking down the field. Has to pump fake, nothing open, so he's got to scramble up the middle. Going to pick up 5 yards, bring up 3rd and manageable, 3rd and medium. Wanted something downfield, but was not available. So 3-by-1 gun for Conroe. Myers up the middle, running for power. Going to be just short of the first down by a yard. See if the Tigers want to take a chance here if they're going to bring on the punt team. Some signals for the sideline like they want to go for it, and they look like they will. Going to try and move quick. Guess this is going right back to Myers. Now they're going to call a timeout and talk it over.
Timeout. Conroe. Second charge timeout. Other half.
Can't blame the Tigers here for sensing an opportunity and perhaps trying to get something done here. Build on their lead. Tigers playing excellent defense here tonight, and really New Caney's played very well also on that side, just giving up the 1 or 2 big plays. Of course, Alex Myers with the biggest one on his touchdown play. Tiger offense coming back out on the field, so no change of heart on the sideline. Be 4th and 1, and they are going for it. So New Caney's going to stack the line of scrimmage there in the middle as you see everybody in a gap, trying to outnumber this 4-receiver formation. Nunley's going to try and keep it. He's working around the right side. It's just where are they coming in here? Right on the yard line. Conroe High defense was running out onto the field there. And they will mark it short. So it was a yard short of the line to gain, so they didn't gain anything on the play. So on the interior there, the Tiger blocking badly outnumbered with 4 receivers on the field. Nunley was trying to catch them all crashing on the running back, but not quite coming off the way they had planned design-wise. So here we go. Eagles offense back out on the field. Marquise Smith, number 17, back at quarterback, sophomore, 2-by-2 gun. Going to hand it off, and running back stays on his feet. Good job of balance by Cameron Clay. It's about to be tackled for a loss and then got 4 yards out of it somehow. Now he will take a well-earned breather on the sideline. New Caney working a bit of a quarterback rotation here tonight. Looks like maybe a couple series apiece for each guy so far. Showing blitz. Conroe, they're bringing the pressure all over the backfield. They're going to tackle for a loss. Just 0 chance for the Eagles to get a play out there, and they're going to lose those 4 yards they just gained. Bring up a 3rd and 9, or like 3rd and 9.5. Conroe High defense, very stingy mood here tonight. Just not giving New Caney much field to work with at all. Doing a good job getting penetration into the backfield. 3 receiver set, back to pass. Setting up a screen that's been popular tonight, smashed by C.J. Mooring. Number 4, the senior linebacker, makes the tackle for 3-yard loss. Outstanding play by Mooring. Bring the punt return team onto the field for the Tigers. Screens have been popular here tonight, but Conroe High all over that one. Fair catch signaled. Another punt that's going to die at the 1-yard line. They've done it again. For the second time this evening, New Caney is downing a punt on the 1-yard line. Impressive to do it once. Do it twice is almost unheard of in a game. Tigers dialed up a nice play to get out of trouble here. On their last drive was a quick out to the near sideline to Harris. Gained a first down. We'll see if they elect to do something similar here. Maybe go on the ground this time, but with the way New Caney's stacking things up at the line, they may have to pass their way out of trouble again here. We shall see. Tight 4-receiver formation for Conroe. 2x2 gun. Now he's going to roll out, looking to pass, got to get rid of it, throwing a corner route, ball's going to hang up, but receiver can't get under it to make a play. Intended man Braylon Mills. Kind of a slower developing play. You've got to wait on that deep corner to develop. Nunley, a cool customer, he's out there rolling out in his own end zone with pressure coming. 3x1 gun. Going to spread it the field now. Handoff to Myers right side. He's got room. He's loose at the 20, running over defenders, and he's going to fall forward to about the 23-yard line. Power running, making the difference for Myers, running with intent tonight. That'll get you out of trouble. 2:48 on the clock after that great run by Myers. Star of the show on this homecoming evening for Conroe High so far. Cut briefly away so Conroe High player can receive some attention. And my name is Jeremy McRail. Thrilled to join you on this Conroe ISD Athletics live streaming, and subscribe to both channels, Woodforest Bank Stadium and here at Moorhead Stadium, of course, so you can follow all the Conroe ISD and 13-6A action as we build up towards the state playoffs. All these games just hold a ton of meaning now that we are in the thick of our 13-6A schedule. And with the way we've seen the playoff spots fall these past few seasons, it's like you've just got to get every win you can, because it's often going to come down to a tie break. Now that you've got 4 teams advancing to the state playoffs from each district, those 3rd and 4th places often come down to head-to-head results and tie breaks. So you need as much in your favor as possible so that you don't have any bad surprises come early November when it's time to set up the brackets. So as it goes without saying, for both of these teams, just a massively important game here tonight. With regard to the 13-6A standings and just giving yourselves a chance to be in that conversation for as long as possible. Conroe High, after last year's great success of going to the second round of the state playoffs, be wanting to achieve similar this season, or even build on that if they can. Take this program to a new level. All right, 4-receiver tight shotgun formation for Nunley on 1st and 10, 2:43 to go until half. Jet sweep. Run this a few times tonight as Mills showing his quickness around that left side, makes some nifty moves to pick up Good chunky yardage, 8 yards on that for Mr. Mills. Again, New Caney is going to receive to start the third quarter, so Conroe High would love to get some more points on the board here. As good as their defense is playing, you don't want to give the other team a chance to immediately be able to tie you right out of half. 4 receiver, 2x2 gun for Nunley. 2nd and 3. Gonna hand it off. Myers up the middle. Got some room around the left-hand side. Makes another nice move. Trucks a defender there at the end to get to the 45-yard line and out of bounds. Signals the first down as he gets up. There's a flag on the field that I just noticed. It came in from the New Caney sideline, it looks like. We await the signal. See if this backs up Conroe potentially. Usually not good news for the offense, but we'll see. It's a long conference. And the players are just going to come towards the sideline briefly while the conversation continues among the officials. At 1:54 on our clock until half, pending this call.
Block in the back. Offense, number 3. 10 yards.
You're going to call a block in the back on a receiver for the Tigers there, which you don't see called very often. Will negate a big play from Myers. Put the Tigers in a 2nd and 13.
Two-minute warning.
Then we'll have a quick timeout for 2-minute warning, which of course is a new feature in the high school ranks in Texas this season. So just like the pros, once we hit 2 minutes before half and at the end of the game in the fourth, we have a timeout. And we are ready to resume action. Here's Nunley. Has the Tiger offense back out onto the field. 4 receivers in his formation here. 2x2 gun. 1:54 remaining until half. Back to pass. Looking downfield, nothing available, so he's going to scramble to the left and then throw it. Caught. Throws it just over the helmet of the defender. What a pass. What a job by Mills to keep himself available for that reception. Didn't look like Nunley had anything to throw at there. And move it out to the 30 and bring up 3rd and short. And the ball got out of bounds, so 1:46 on the clock, importantly. Tigers have all 3 timeouts remaining. 2 timeouts for New Caney. 3x1 gun, motion across with Mills. 2x2 set, going to set up a screen to Patterson. He's going to fall forward for the first down, move the chains. Ball on the 35. The clock is running. It is placed. Going to move under a minute and 30 seconds here after this snap. 3-by-1 gun, back to pass Nunley. Under pressure, he's got to get rid of it at the last second there. Patterson, luckily he had there in the area to avoid any kind of a grounding. Stop the clock also. 1:22. Yep, New Caney secondary doing a good job of denying deep routes here tonight. Motion out of the backfield empty. Take the screen one way, come back the other way, but it's a ground ball. Be a timeout on the field before we get off the 3rd and 10 play. New Caney on defense, particularly in the secondary, they got some experienced seniors back there with one junior, Eamon Brown, number 6 is their only non-senior in the secondary. Showing their experience so far this evening. Big game in the district this week, or another one of the big games, of course, be the Woodlands visiting Willis, taking place just up the road from us. Then you have Oak Ridge and College Park going on down at Woodforest Bank Stadium while we're playing here. All right, 2-by-2 shotgun for Conroe's. Play's about to resume. 3rd and 10, minute 18 left until halftime. Nunley back to pass, throwing a deep out route off the hands of the intended target, and the receiver looked back at Nunley and tapped his chest to say, "That was my fault." And Roberto Garcia, number 47, on to punt for the Tigers. With a minute 14 left until half. So Conroe not able to add to their lead. New Caney, pending the outcome of this punt, chance to maybe get something done themselves here. The punt is away, pressure applied. It's going to take a favorable bounce for New Caney. New Caney's going to have really good field position here. Going to start on their own 44-yard line, but offense will take the field in what we call the go zone, as in anything goes here when you get close to the midfield line. The entire playbook is available at this point on the field. See who comes on at quarterback. Been having a rotation here tonight. The sophomore Marquis Smith and the freshman running things for the Eagles tonight. Looks like Marquis Smith, the sophomore, is going to be back out on this drive. 3 receivers set for New Caney. Back to pass, rolling right. Going to throw a curl route, going to be completed for first down yardage. So stop the clock temporarily. Nope, they're going to spot it just short of the line to gain, actually. It's 2nd and half a yard with 46 seconds left. New Caney's got 1 timeout remaining. Conroe High's got 1 themselves. Reverse pass. An overthrown receiver down the sideline on that pass there for New Caney. Braden Logan, number 2. Intended receiver on that reverse pass, Adam Scott, number 19. Just a little hot on the throw there. Needed a bit more air to allow Scott to run under it potentially. A fun idea though, if it comes off, then it's the play of the game. On 3rd and half a yard, Smith being 3-wide gun. He's going to run speed option pitch. Running back corrals it in time to gain the first down yardage. Number 20, Johnny Gomez, Jr. Speed option pitches can be a bit tricky to handle, but Gomez got it under control. Got out of bounds. 25 seconds remaining until half, preserving the last timeout. So 3 receivers with an H-back in the game. Smith wanted to throw it deep out, couldn't make the connection with the receiver. Kind of faked like he was going to go to the right side and then did a little roll to the left before trying to hit that deep out. It's a nice idea, because if you complete it, you're running right out of bounds for a chunk gain. So it's the perfect kind of play to try and run. So we have a timeout on the field. "20 seconds on the clock until we get to half. So I haven't seen every team in the district so far. I still need to get a look at Willis, but from what I've seen so far, the Woodlands and College Park looking pretty formidable as 2 of the teams that will be contending for the district championship. As College Park kind of cemented their credentials with the win over Conroe last week. Three receiver set on 2nd and 10 for New Caney. Smith, back to pass. Throwing the out route. Going to be incomplete, intended for Adam Scott. Ball just a bit low for the receiver. He couldn't stay on his feet. 15 seconds to go. Getting into Hail Mary territory just about. Not necessarily on this play, the next play perhaps. Scoreboard showing 1 timeout still remaining for New Caney. Smith back pass, looking to set up a screen. He has it complete. Going to get to the 30 and then out of bounds with 8 seconds remaining. It'll be enough for a first down. Now time to target the end zone in 1 play perhaps here. Difficult to get off 2 plays. Not sure what kind of leg they've got in their field goal kicker to try and get at least a little something if they can. 2x2 shotgun, 4 receivers in the game for the Eagles. Rolling right. Looking for a quick out route. He catches the ball, but he's in bounds. 4 seconds. So New Caney's going to have to use their last timeout. Some extracurricular activities going on. You know, given its fall season, as far as Texas is concerned, probably just exchanging some pumpkin spice ideas down there. 4 seconds to go until half. competitive football game, so players can't be blamed for getting a little hot around the collar down there. All right, so New Caney's got the field goal team on the field. For the Eagles, number 49, Joel Rodriguez. On the hold is Braden Logan, number 2. Be 38-yard field goal, right hash. Timeout, Conroe's going to use their last. So we'll reset here, come back in a minute to run this play. Right before we head into the locker room. Yeah, New Caney getting the ball to start the third quarter, so just trying to get a little something here. Take some momentum into the locker room. Yeah, again, I think in that playoff race, you've got the Woodlands, College Park, Willis, Conroe High, Grand Oaks. New Caney trying to punch up into that group as well. It's going to try and contend for one of the spots. Oak Ridge, usually they're in about, trying to get in on the mix as well, so expect it to be really competitive. So here we go with the field goal attempt for Rodriguez. Kick is up, has the distance, and it's going to be good and put New Caney on the board for the first time tonight. So Conroe High is going to take a 7-3 lead over New Caney into halftime. Again, homecoming festivities coming up for your hometown Tigers, so stick around for that. Turn up the field mic for you so you can hear everything going on, and we will see you for the second half in a little bit.
and Student Girl of the Week, Caney HS. Tonight, the Bulldogs will perform a high kick to level blue blades. Good luck. It's your time to shine. will represent the many organizations and clubs at Conroe High School. They will recognize the winning team, but please give them another round of applause. Without further ado, we have the privilege to introduce to you the 2025 Conroe High School Homecoming Queen and Queen candidates who will be appearing in alphabetical order. Introducing our first candidate for Queen, Mr. And the 2025 homecoming queen is Eva. We're going to give a big round of applause for all of our roots and relatives and the new homecoming queen. Presentation 2025 Conroe High School Alumni Association's annual homecoming breakfast. It will be tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. in the Conroe High School cafeteria. This year's honor class and host is the class of 1985. Cost is $2 per person. Please come and support this fundraiser for scholarships for the Conroe High School graduating seniors. Tigers! Once again, the Conroe High School band, we'd like to invite everyone to the quarter after The game this evening, our band will be performing the Real Contest Show.
And after that entertaining homecoming halftime, we are ready to resume play here in the second half. In a minute, as New Caney has run out on their side of the field, and the Tigers on the field ready to run out themselves. We hope everyone on the stream enjoyed that halftime show, crowning of Conroe High School's homecoming king and queen. Had a very competitive first half of football action for you, with Conroe High taking a 7-3 lead into half, so the game very much still in play. New Caney is going to receive the ball to start the second half. Conroe won the opening toss and received to start the game. Took each team a few drives to get going tonight points-wise. Took New Caney to the very end of the first half to put up their field goal, their first points of the evening, but it gave them a little bit of momentum going into the locker room, of course, knowing that they get the ball back here. But the Conroe Tigers playing great defense the entire first half. Really, New Caney's been very good themselves. They allowed the one big pass play on a great catch and run by Alex Myers for Conroe. It was just a phenomenal play by him. But other than that, the Eagles' defense has done a really good job of limiting this Conroe offense's ability to get down the field with big plays. As we know, Conroe High loves the deep ball in the passing game, but that's really not been available yet tonight for the Tigers' offense. As they run out onto the field now through the smoke, ready to start the second half. Yeah, whenever Nunley has dropped back looking for a deep ball, there's just been nothing there, and he's had to hold on to the ball and kind of scramble and find ways to make plays underneath the coverage. So we will see what adjustments have been made here at halftime when Conroe has their first opportunity to touch the ball. But first, they've got to play some defense, of course, pending the result of this kickoff. New Caney, not a ton of success on offense so far, but again, they did manage to get a few points there right before half. They've been running a two-man platoon at quarterback tonight with the sophomore Marquise Smith and the freshman Peyton Lopez. So see if they continue that rotation here in the second half. Of course, on the Conroe High side, it's just all Cameron Nunley, junior QB. Just about got the ball down and ready to send deep. So Xavier Harmon has a quick word with his kicker, and it'll be Nolan Bradbury for Conroe High. Help get us started here in the second half with the ball down. The pink soccer style cleats, he's going to send it back. A little pooch kick. New Caney going to try and return it. Of course, Conroe High right on top of it. That was number 16, R.J. Snyder, senior for New Caney, catching that kick. And with that, we are ready to get third quarter action underway with the Eagles offense huddled on their sideline, ready to come out and try and face this stingy Tigers defense yet again. The theme in the first half for Conroe High and why they were so successful is that they were able to gain a lot of penetration against this offensive line for New Caney and really just be a nuisance in the backfield. So the freshman quarterback is on for New Caney, Peyton Lopez. Ball is on the turf, and Conroe's got it right away. Fumble recovery. Mesh mistake there by New Caney. The ball hits the ground, recovered by the Tigers, and that's how you see some momentum directly out of the locker room. Like Alex Coey there on that recovery. The junior. Gifts are accepted. So Conroe High is going to start this possession first of the second half, deep in New Caney territory with a chance to add to their lead. 4-wide shotgun, 3-by-1. Nunley going to ride in the handoff. Myers room up the middle, makes the first man miss, and then second New Caney defender finishes it off. Number 27 for New Caney. Daniel Allen, a junior linebacker, finishing off that tackle. As New Caney has well seen tonight, you've got to get Myers all the way down or else he can rumble a long way. Here is Myers again, but New Caney's going to stack that up for about a 3-yard loss. That goes nowhere and backwards. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. We'll see if Tigers can make a key conversion here, if this Eagles defense is able to stand firm after that turnover. 2-by-2 gun. Back to pass. Nunley looking left side. Has a man underneath caught. He's going to have the first down and more. Slides to the right. Missing tackles. Stays on his feet. Has the first down and more. He's still going. Touchdown. Conroe Tigers. What a play. Braylon Mills going into Madden mode on that one, just hitting all the buttons on the controller to get into the end zone there and give Conroe High a 13-3 lead pending this point after. Mills did a great job sitting down there in the hole of the defense receiving that pass, and then he just did all the rest there. That is what we call yak in the business, yards after catch. That was fun to watch. Bradbury out for the PAT. Ball is up and plenty good. That'll take our score. Conroe 14, New Caney 3 with 10:45 on the third quarter clock. So to start the second half, New Caney had the ball. Very first play they tried running was a mesh handoff, but the mesh got botched. Ball hits the turf. Conroe falls on it. New Caney initially holding Conroe to the third down there, but converting a touchdown on that third down play. The Tigers doing a great job there getting points. It's like when you get a turnover like that, you have to take advantage and score the points. And that very effective Nunley to Mills hookup pays off big there. Had a peek at the game going on down at Wood Forest during halftime, and College Park was up huge over Oak Ridge, 38-0 at the half, so Cavs continue putting big scores on everyone they play. So Bradbury, where he was about 5 seconds ago, kicking off yet again. Going to step it off here before he sends it back. Try to pooch the last time to try and generate a mistake from the New Caney return. See if he does it again or puts his foot through it. Like setting up for a little bit longer kick now. Still kind of a pop up there to the second line. Does hit the turf. Goes out of bounds, however. Tigers defense just looking very comfortable on the field here tonight, and here's where they can really help their team take care of business and seal things up here tonight by staying strong.
What do you want to do?
Not giving an inch to the Eagles.
illegal kick out of bounds, kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line.
Right, so 3 receiver shotgun formation for the Eagles. Marquise Smith in at quarterback this time. Gonna ride the handoff and keep it up the middle. Conroe High defense able to shoot the gap there. Be a 1-yard loss. They've made quite a few TFLs here tonight. Tackles for loss. By 2 shotgun, 4 receivers for Smith, showing blitz. Mooring's going to come in hot. Gets a quick pass out to the left, but the receivers hit right away by Kozlowski. Going to be short of the first down, bring up 3rd and short. It was actually well read by New Caney to avoid that blitz from Mooring there. Going quick hitch out, going to hit the turf. Going to be signaled incomplete. So it was barely a forward pass. Bring up 4th and short. Punt team's going to come on for New Caney. I feel like 4th place in the district this year could come down to potentially that Conroe versus Grand Oaks game. Harmon feels the punt hits the turf but gets back on top of it to preserve the possession. We shall see how things unfold. Look at the district and there appear to be at least 5 really strong contenders for the 4 playoff positions. Woodlands, Willis, College Park, Conroe, Grand Oaks. Three by 1 shotgun here for Conroe to open up this 1st and 10, 9:35 in the 3rd quarter. Single high safety look from New Caney up the middle. Myers has space. Left side going to rumble forward for 1st down and more, carrying the defense into New Caney territory. Myers just taking people for a ride there. He's had himself a very impressive night. So while the Tigers haven't found success in the deep passing game, they have found it in the running game here tonight through Myers and the screens that they've run to him also underneath, and in finding some of the receivers underneath. 3 by 1 gun, back pass. Nunley again flushed out. He's just got to get what he can. Spins forward for maybe a yard. And whenever he's dropped back looking for a deep opportunity tonight, that's usually been the result, is there's been pressure applied and he's had to kind of move and try and make something happen with his feet. 3 by 1 shotgun. Been forced off platform a lot here tonight. Run, Myers up the middle, has a nice little hole to get through. Down to the 40, so it's going to bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and 4. Feels like this juncture, Conroe not going to bend in the passing game, obviously, but they can really lean on their running game here. See if they can just wear New Caney down by submission. There's Myers around the left side again, spinning off the defenders down to the 30. Putting on a show. There is a flag, however. Usually not good news for the offense at that location. The yardage will be marked off here, so it's going to take his...
Offense, number 78, 15 yard, first down.
Be a big 15-yarder. So, first down will reset despite the penalty, so 3-by-1 shotgun here for Nunley. Got trips to one side, single receiver here to the other side. Blitz, gonna run to Myers around the left side. He could be loose there, and he's gonna get down to the 32 and gain a first down. New Caney brought a blitz there, but Conroe dialed it up perfectly there with the gap that they ran through. Stay in the same formation, 3-by-1 gun. Nunley right back to Myers. Penetration for New Caney blows that up, no gain. It's number 34 for New Caney, Mark Smith on that tackle. A little shovel celebration after that. Quick throw, hitch route, complete. Makes the first man miss. He's got some space if he can get up the sideline. He does. 10-5, touchdown, Conroe High. Tigers putting it in the end zone once again on a great catch and run from the receiver. Outstanding play. Pumped up coming off the field as we hit the lights here at Moorhead. As the Tigers take total control in the second half. However, looks like they've got to do it again. On that catch was number 15, Jackson Taylor. First time we've seen him on the ball tonight. But unfortunately, the points do not count. 3rd and 3 down in distance. Myers try and push ahead. Going to be short of the first down. The field goal unit's going to come on here, so chance for Nolan Bradbury to kick. Get a 3-pointer here. New Caney converting a field goal of their own earlier. Be a sizable field goal here, 42-yarder from the right hash. Snap is down, plenty of leg on it. And it is good. Bradbury, 42-yard field goal to extend the Conroe lead to 17-3 with 6:18 remaining here in the third quarter. Huge kick from Bradbury there. Plenty of leg. Looks like he has range going over 50. So for the third time already in this third quarter, Bradbury's going to send the ball away on the kickoff. Ball is up, line drive, going to go out of bounds. Kind of a squib style kick there. Didn't quite come off as intended.
Illegal kick out of bounds, kicking team. 5 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
Marquise Smith back in the game at QB for the Eagles. Or rather, Peyton Lopez back in. That play is going to be whistled dead. The flag. The freshman Peyton Lopez back into the game. False start. It's the main negative I would raise about a two-quarterback platoon is it throws the rhythm, or can throw the rhythm of the offense off and result in penalties like the one we just saw, like the mesh issue we had to start this third quarter that resulted in a fumble and touchdown for Conroe. Pressure coming around, going to roll to the left is Lopez, trying to throw an out route, but behind the receiver. Heavy pressure being applied on the backside there by Caden Williams for Conroe on that secondary blitz. Go Lopez back in the 3-receiver shotgun. Motion out empty. Play blown dead again. New Caney offense struggling for rhythm right now.
Offense. 5 yards.
Another 5-yard penalty on the Eagles. 6:10 remaining in the third. Tigers protecting a 17-3 advantage. New Caney has not had a single red zone penetration in this game that I can recall. Looking for a deep ball, man open on the slant, just overthrown. So for the first time tonight, New Caney nearly getting a big play. That was Braden Logan, the intended receiver. They had him open on that post. Fake on the run, back to pass, looking deep down the left sideline, well-thrown football. And they're going to say that's caught to move the chains on the first down. Somehow fit that in there. Excellent pass and catch. Not much you can do about that as a defense. New Caney trying to keep themselves in this football game here and put the drive together in the Conroe half of the field now. Lopez going to keep it around the left side on that read. Cut down after a few yards. Has some speed to him. Bring up a 2nd and 7. Three receiver set. Back to pass. Lopez looking right, but heavy pressure. He gets nailed in the backfield again on the blitz. And once again, it is Caden Williams on that blitz getting the sack. And have to cut away here for a minute. Conroe player received some attention. brings up a third and a really long way once we resume action. Those blitzes have been very effective at getting after the young quarterbacks for New Caney. Puts a big dent in any hopes New Caney had of trying to drive the field here and keep this a close football game. They'll have a chance on third down to get that yardage back. Try and keep the ball moving down the field. Yeah, thank everyone for joining us on the stream tonight, staying up with us under the lights here at Moorhead this Friday night. As we enjoy some District 13 6A football together. My name is Jeremy McGrail, and happy to join you on this stream. Last saw Conroe a couple of weeks back when they played at Hastings. Right here in this building. Right, so ready to resume play. 3-by-1 shotgun for New Caney on 3rd and 18. Back to pass, Lopez. Goes to the middle underneath, complete. It can be advanced all the way up to the 41, so a nice chunky yardage gain there by number 16, R.J. Snyder. This will give the Eagles a chance to go for it here. Offense is staying on the field. New Caney pinned Conroe on the 1 twice with punts in the first half, but being down 2 possessions now, they need to make something happen. So the punt team's going to hang out on the sideline here on 4th and 5. 3 receivers in the set for Lopez. Back to pass. Going to roll slightly to his right. Throw underneath. It's complete for a first down. So the drive extends, and that's number 11, Shepard Grown on that catch. Senior tight end. So the chains move. Shaping up to be one of the better drives of the game for the Eagles so far. They've got to keep it moving. This is about as far as they got going into half when they ended with a field goal. 3 receivers. Going to lean in on the run, sweep around the left side. Running back sheds tackles. He's got the edge and gains about 5 yards. So that's a good strong run by Cameron Clay, the sophomore. Looks like he will be a very productive player for this New Caney Eagles program. Shotgun 3 wide. They're going to try and move quick with Lopez here. Huge penetration into the backfield. C.J. Mooring, wow. What a read and stunt by him on that play to just get into the backfield. Huge tackle for loss. That's the second time we've seen Mooring just absolutely light up somebody from New Caney in the backfield on a big play. Back to pass. Lopez, pressure coming from the backside as he rolls right. Airmails his intended target. It's going to bring up a 4th and 10. C.J. Mooring won a state championship at Austin Vandegrift High School last year, then moved over to Conroe, play his senior year. So this is a player on the Tigers with considerable pedigree. And it shows. Be a timeout on the field before this first down, so we'll take that with the players and come back to you here in a second.
Tonight's game day sponsor is Caney Chevrolet. Caney Chevrolet, the proud sponsor of Conroe HS Athletics. We're Silverado, Heavy Colorado, Spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or Cody Equinox, Track Sport Champion. Team Chevrolet also has after you've leveled up on the field, keep up your next Chevrolet at Team Chevrolet. Team Chevrolet's free supporters Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at teamchevrolet.com.
Just about ready to resume action here as New Caney breaks their huddle. And again, of course, offense going to stay on the field here for this 4th and 10 attempt. Peyton Lopez at quarterback. Tiger defense is going to call a timeout.
Timeout. Conroe.
Feel like New Caney may look for something on a middle screen, or perhaps at kind of the mid-level area over the middle of the field. Again, here they've had a lot of success hitting that gap underneath the coverage for Conroe High, or at least a little bit of success doing so here tonight. Feel like Mooring, in a lot of ways, shut down the screen threat because he made a big play on one of those earlier to show that Tiger defense had learned their lesson the first couple of times that came off, and they're like, we are not going to allow that anymore. See if they go deep or try and dial up a catch and run underneath. Shotgun motion out of the backfield, empty backfield. Lopez. Back pass, he's going deep up the sideline to his running back. One-on-one, jump ball. It's going to be incomplete. Pass broken up by the Tigers in possession. It's going to turn back over to the Conroe offense after that. Great play on the football. It was number 29 for Conroe High on that PBU, Bryson Penny, a junior defensive back. Those are the plays you have to make in today's game, given how most teams are running the spread formations with 3 and 4 receivers. You're going to be singled up. You have to be able to find the football and make a play on the football, and that's what happened there. 3-by-1 gun for the Tigers. Nunley. Hand in to Myers straight up the middle. Going to move the pile for about 5 yards. As I mentioned on a drive or two ago, this is where Conroe can try and lean on Myers and just apply the submission here. Given the way their defense is playing, a little bit of 1990s style football here they can employ. 3-by-1 gun, going to go right back to Myers. Going to be stacked up well by the Eagles defense there after a yard. Bring up 3rd and 5. Call it 4 on the scoreboard. Tigers can keep their base 4 receiver package on the field. Keeping the field spread. Blitz coming from New Caney. Quick pop pass. Very well read by Nunley. Ball flies out of the hands of the receiver, though, after it was complete. New Caney's going to have that football. That's the second turnover we've had in the third quarter. 1 for New Caney, now 1 given back by Conroe. It was an excellent read on that hot route by Nunley to find his favorite receiver here tonight, Braylon Mills. However, at the end of that run, gets hit and the ball just flies out on him. So New Caney clinging to life here in this game. Have 1:34 remaining in the third quarter after that turnover. The 1st and 10, good field position for New Caney, and this time it is number 17 coming back into the game, Marquis Smith, the sophomore QB. As I mentioned, he's been rotating with Peyton Lopez, the freshman, all night. Motion out, empty backfield. Back to pass, pressure arriving. He's going to be sacked. Excellent defending by Conroe. Loss of 2 yards. Three by one shotgun for New Caney on 2nd and 12. 55 seconds to go in the third. Motion into the backfield. Back to pass. Going to be flush left, and again he's going to be dumped in the backfield. Mooring finishes him off there for a sack and another chunk loss. Bring up third and a long way once again. New Caney's been in this position a few times here tonight on third and very long. 3rd and 16 to be exact. Back to pass, setting up the screen, but Conroe all over it, not going anywhere. It's going to lose yardage. Excellent defense on this series by the Tigers. That will bring the punt unit out for New Caney. As the third quarter runs out, so we're going to switch ends of the field to start the fourth with the Conroe Tigers leading 17-3 here at Moorhead Stadium on a homecoming night. And we are ready to resume action and start the fourth quarter. It's the New Caney punter rather on the field here on 4th and 17. Kicking back to Conroe to start the fourth. Snap back, punt is up, spiral kick. New Caney's actually done a great job with their punts here tonight. The Conroe offense come back out, start the ball on their own 32-yard line. 33 rather is where the mark comes in. The Alex Myers at running back to start this series. Cameron Nunley back at QB, the junior. 2x2 4 receiver shotgun. Hands the ball off to Myers around that left side. He's had a lot of success running over there tonight. Just picks up a couple there. Going to push the tempo here now. Nunley wants the snap, gets it. Quick throw to the right. Hitch is caught. Number 15, Jackson Taylor. Had a touchdown nullified a bit earlier. And there's another flag down on this play. Can't catch a break on his catches here tonight. Yep, holding his hands out. I get it. It's like, what do I have to do to get a play to count here? We have a conference from the officials before we get the official call on these penalties that were thrown down here on the Conroe sideline. A couple of flags came down. Still awaiting exactly what's going to happen here. So the ball is placed, at least temporarily, on the 48-yard line.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike defense.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike against New Caney.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike offense, number 3. We got
Okay, offsetting.
first down.
So after all that, offsetting penalties, first down Conroe on the 48-yard line. Just barely on the minus side of the 50. See if the Tigers take a shot here on this play. Good situation to do it. Maybe have the defense slightly lulled to sleep after a penalty and first down. New Caney secondary really has played pretty well here tonight, or very well, I would say. Going to run it, keep it on the ground with Myers, just trying to lean. Going to pick up a few yards. Up 2nd and 7. 2x2 shotgun for Nunley. He's back to pass. Looking deep. Now he's going to take a shot. Going for the post, but overthrows intended target number 2, Caden Barnaby. It's bracketed there by the Eagles coverage. Number 6, Eamon Brown, and number 4, Sam Harris, back covering that post attempt. Again, very experienced secondary. All seniors save for Brown for New Caney. 3x1 gun on 3rd and long here. Nunley back to pass. Looking deep again, but it wasn't there. Now he's going to uncork it up the sideline. Very good catch for the first down on that sideline. Goes up one-on-one. Elijah Harris on that catch, number 8. It's the first time we've been able to call his name since early on in the game. The primary name we've been calling has been Braylon Mills, but there Harris reminds everyone that he is out there and ready to make a play. It was Nunley's last option on that play as he kind of rolled to the left side. We'll take a brief break so New Caney player can receive some attention. Like a cramp. Yeah, Harris just going up one-on-one, making a great contested catch. Setting up the Tigers offense in the red zone with a chance to really apply the hammer blow here if they can punch it into the end zone, but they've got to finish the drive. The way their defense has played, 3-possession lead would seem a very, very strong position to be if they can finish this off with a score. So ready to resume action. 3x1 shotgun for Conroe here in their formation. Now lead back to pass. Wanted to go over the middle, got hit as he threw it again. That's the second time that's happened tonight. Alert, though, is his running back falling on the ball. They actually did call that another fumble. Going to lose 2 yards on that. So Myers making a heads-up play. Clock moving under 9:50 to go in tonight's contest. 3-by-1 shotgun again for Conroe. Nunley rides in the handoff. Myers up the gut. He's going to push forward. Going to pick back up the lost yardage plus about 2 more. 4-yard gain. Bring up 3rd and 8. And Conroe wanting to push tempo here. 3-by-1 gun. Back up the middle to Myers. He sheds a tackle, sheds another. Falls forward. Where are they going to spot him? Very close. I'm going to say 4th and a foot. Again, Conroe High moving quick. 4th down. Nunley's going to pull it. Touchdown. Walks in untouched on the zone read keeper. That's a big touchdown for the Tigers as Nunley with the sleight of hand gets the defense to crash in on Myers. Pulls the string on him. Walks it in. 23-3 lead for Conroe. Tigers putting themselves in business to move to 1-1 in 13-6A play. They can see things out here tonight and take advantage of this big lead they've built. As Nolan Bradbury comes on for the PAT. High snap, good hold. Kick is up and good. 24-3. Conroe leads with 8:45 remaining in our game tonight. They've taken complete control here in the second half after taking a 7-3 lead into halftime. Tigers owned the third quarter and they've picked up where they left off here in the fourth by scoring the first points of this final quarter. And as I've been mentioning here tonight, for a team that plans on securing one of the 4 playoff spots from this district tonight is a must-win, as they all are. But tonight especially so. You got to protect home turf on homecoming. Get that first win after a tough opener against a very strong opponent last week in College Park, who looks like they'll be in contention for the district title potentially with as well as they've been playing. Bradbury going to tee it up. Pooch kick, gets it high. Angled toward the sideline, caught by New Caney. They're going to try and return it. Try and get up the left sideline, but ushered out of bounds there around the 30. Some fisticuffs going on the Conroe sideline. Contact after the whistle, not appreciated there on that Tiger sideline. The officials and coaches quickly get control of what could have been a bad situation there. Players trying to defend their teammates.
Unsportsmanlike return team, number 11, 15 yards from the end of the
Be unsportsmanlike against New Caney, so back them up 15 yards to start this drive. 8:41 on the clock remaining in our game. Now teams will confer on their sidelines before we resume action. And invite everyone to stay tuned after this game concludes. There will be a performance by the Conroe High Band. Drill teams, after we finish up here tonight, had to dedicate their portion of halftime to homecoming proceedings, of course. So they'll be performing after tonight's game. Turn up the field mic for you so you can hear that after we conclude the action. I hope y'all enjoy that. Always said back in my day when I was in football, the only groups that felt like worked as long as hours or longer than we did were the band and the swim team. So these kids, all of them, band, drill team, cheerleaders, all deserve every bit of support they can get. For as hard as they work. Here we go, ready to resume. Freshman QB in for New Caney, going to hand it off. Has some space up the middle, is going to break loose for a first down and then get chopped down by CJ Mooring, a name we've been calling a lot here tonight after 12 yards. It's one of the only times tonight that we've seen the Conroe High defense soft up the middle there. Getting creased a little bit. 2x2 gun. Blitz by Conroe, applying pressure. New Caney does a good job picking up almost an incredible interception falling down there. And Caden Williams, he was upset. He wanted that one. He was falling on his back as he was trying to pick that off. New Caney did a good job picking up the pressure there and giving Lopez a lane to try and throw that ball and find a receiver. Short-armed it a little, allowing Williams the near interception. 2nd and 10. You have a bunch tight 3-receiver shotgun here for New Caney. Motion out, empty. Back to pass. Now he's going to try and throw a curl route complete to number 16, RJ Snyder, short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd. Third and 4. Here's Lopez back in the gun, 3-receiver set with a tight end. Back to pass, heavy pressure coming. He's going to be snowed under in the backfield by a whole host of Tigers. That's Caden Williams, last one off the turf. In the area of the QB with that sack. Seeing a lot of safety pressure from Conroe tonight. Bringing up the 4th and long, and the punt team back out onto the field for New Caney. This clock runs under 7 minutes remaining in our game tonight. Tiger defense in a dominant mood here this evening. Giving up a couple of drives, but not much at all. So Harmon's going to fair catch that. Be a flag come in late there as Harmon was running off the field.
Unsportsmanlike. Receiving team, number 24.
Calling unsportsmanlike on Conroe. Going to back it up 15 yards. As Coach Hardiman seeks an explanation for what happened there exactly. The Tiger offense going to start this possession on their own 29. 6:41 left in the game. And just ice this thing away now on the clock. Eat some possession. Four receiver 3x1 shotgun in at running back Shane Peterson, number 22. Or rather, Myers. Thought I saw Peterson initially. It's Alex Myers still. Up the middle for a couple. Snap over the head. Nunley's just got to get on it, and he does. Going to be a huge loss. There's a heavy blitz coming by New Caney there. The snap went way over Nunley's head. A little sloppy from Conroe so far here with the penalty and then the snap over the head. Three by one gun for Nunley. Back pass, quick throw, bubble screen right, complete. Try and get that penalty yardage back. Flag comes in late. Number 2, Caden Barnaby on the catch and run. Back judge threw that flag a long way.
Offense, number 3, from the spot of the 5. Third down.
That's going to go against Conroe. Just not getting much of anything going right here on this drive. Ball going to be placed on the 15. The line to gain for a first down is the 39. So that's about 24 yards. Now are they reversing? The ball's moving back forward now.
Holding. Offense, number 3. Penalty decline. Down.
So fourth down apparently after all that. And the punt team for Conroe is going to come back out onto the field. 5:30 remaining in the game. Still not exactly sure what we just saw, but we're going to punt the ball, I think. Punt away, be a short one. Going to go out of bounds. Be marked at the 45-yard line. New Caney going to have possession here with Peyton Lopez at quarterback. 5:15 remaining in the game. Handoff, running back. Going to try the right side. Gets flung down. Cameron Clay on the carry. Rodeo tackle there. Second and 7. Back to pass. Going to throw right side complete for a first down and slung down by Kozlowski. Number 81 on that catch, Noah Nambo. Fake on the handoff, carries around the right side. Lopez showing his speed. Flag comes in behind the play.
Dead ball. Unslide. Offense, number 50. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Defense, number 99. They got it offset.
So offsetting unsportsmanlikes. Things getting chippy here in the fourth quarter. Frustrations boiling over. Teams been getting after one another here tonight, but you like to see people keep their composure and avoid those kind of penalties. It's not what you want. 3 receivers shotgun for New Caney. So Lopez going to uncork a deep one towards the end zone. Incomplete. Third and 5 here, shotgun 3 receivers, back to pass. Lopez trying to throw to his running back, incomplete. Flag comes in late.
Personal foul. Late hit on the quarterback, number 99. Number 0. 50.
Oh, a personal foul late hit on the QB. Going against the Tigers, give automatic first down for the Eagles. 3:51 on the game clock. So New Caney tries to get their first touchdown of the evening here. 3-by-1 setup. Movement. Be thrown out of bounds, incomplete, possibly a free play on there. See who drew who offside.
outside. Number 43, 5 yards, first down.
Yeah, 1st and 5 with 3:45 to go in the game when we resume action here. Lopez back in 3-receiver shotgun. Speed option, pitches out to Clay, going to run around the right-hand side. Pick up a first down. Go inside the 10-yard line of Conroe. This is the closest New Caney has been to a touchdown all game. Two-by-two shotgun for New Caney. Motion. Back pass. Looking for the slant, incomplete. It's number 23, Casey Stout, on the coverage there for the Tigers. Shotgun 3 receivers. Make the run, pass complete. Down inside the 1. Signals touchdown. Touchdown Eagles. Signal coming in from this near side here. New Caney, their first pay dirt of the evening. Aided by some penalties that went against Conroe. They do the job and punch it in. With 3:28 on the clock and bring the score to 24-9 to Conroe High, pending this extra point. Joel Rodriguez on for the attempt. Kick is scuffed, but it's good enough to get through and be good, so it goes to 24-10 advantage Conroe on the scoreboard after that, and you know what's coming next. There's going to be an onside kick coming up here in a second. Tigers have to make sure they get best hands team on the field here for this one because they know what's coming. Get on this onside so they can see this game out. Getting all of their players situated in the huddle there that they want on for the hands team. Work on this in practice. CJ Mooring, the middle linebacker, one of the players up there to try and receive this onside. There it is, gets the bounce, goes through Mooring, goes back to the second line there, recovered well by number 8, Elijah Harris. It was too hot for the first line to handle. Tigers do the job and get the offense onto the field here. 3:27 left in the game. So Alex Myers comes out with Cameron Nunley. So timeout-wise, Conroe has 2 timeouts. New Caney has 2 also. Showing blitz. As Myers runs up the middle, muscles through a few would-be tacklers to pick up a nice gain of about 3 or 4 yards when there wasn't a lot there at all. So 3-by-1 shotgun on 2nd and 5, under 3 minutes to go. There's Nunley looking to the sideline. Gets the snap, quick throw, hitch route left, makes first man miss, follows forward, he's got the first down. That was Braylon Mills on the catch and run. A 3-by-1 shotgun. Shane Patterson in the game now, running back. Rides the handoff to him up the middle for a few yards. Going to push the pile. Come up to our 2-minute warning here now. We'll take a timeout for that. Teams go to the respective sideline as Conroe tries to bleed the rest of the clock here tonight. Take a win out of this game into the next game. The attempt to stay in contention for a playoff spot here in 13-6A. Patterson back out at running back with Nunley in the backfield. And blitz from New Caney, quick pass out to the right, caught by Mills. Cannot make the man miss to get around him. It's a good tackle by number 1, Corey Johnson. Or number 4, rather, Sam Harris. Quick timeout here, 1:10 remaining in our game, just about ready to finish this one off here tonight. Biggest implications in the district this week outside of the game we're watching here tonight. Or up the road in Willis as the Woodlands is taking on the Wildcats up there this week in what has been the biggest game in this district over the past couple of years. charge timeout to the Tigers. They've got one left. Still the two remaining for New Caney. Be a 3rd and long when we resume play here for Conroe. And ready to resume action here, 3x1 gun. Motion across the formation. Back out. Now they're going to set up a screen. Running back gets tripped up there. Bring up 4th down. So the punt team's going to come out with 1:05 on the clock. So one more time, at least we will see Roberto Garcia on to punt the ball away. Eamon Brown and Sam Harris back to receive the punt for New Caney. Snap back, kick up. Going to take a favorable bounce for the Tigers. Go inside the 20 of New Caney all the way down to the 16 where it's going to be downed. So 52 seconds remaining in the game. This is where the Eagles take over possession. Back to pass Lopez. Now he's going to pull it down and try and run up the middle. Got a little bit of space. Mooring brings him down.
Number 39, Caney Lopez on the carry. 78 in the stop, number 10, Denzel Haynes.
Defense, Tigers, defense! Defense, Tigers, defense! Defense, Tigers!
Poor White back to pass Lopez under pressure. He's got to try and get out of it. Going to be slung down for a sack.
Lopez brought down by number 25, Justin Pruitt.
And that is going to finish the game. The Tigers are going to take a 24-10 win in this homecoming night game for Conroe. They're going to move to 1-1 in district play. New Caney is going to be 0-1 in district. They were off last week. This is their first district contest. So big win for the Tigers, getting on the board in 13-6A. Thank everyone for joining us on this broadcast here tonight. Again, stay tuned here after the game for the band performances. The Conroe High Band. We hope you enjoyed tonight's action. Defensive football game on both sides. Good defense being played. A couple of big entertaining plays that Conroe made to put the winning margin on the board. My name is Jeremy McGrail. Thrilled to join you tonight, bring you this play-by-play, and I will see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying for the Wednesday Conroe Tiger Band's halftime and competition show. Celebrating 129 years of excellence, together proudly present one of the oldest bands in Texas as it celebrates its 96th birthday this year. Please give a big welcome to the legendary Conroe show entitled Big and Bright, featuring the music of Ray Oakland and James Newton Howard. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating the award-winning band since 1929, please welcome the legendary Conroe HS. service for 133 years. And now, joining the legendary Conroe Tiger Band is the Golden Girls. Stand proud and be built for the greatest high school baseball of